it is nice to need the fire marshal at one of our events, so I'm glad you all are here, keeping them busy. Thank you all very much for coming. I appreciate it very much. Tiro is here with me today, so given our lives at the moment, this counts as a date. I'm going to make up for that after November 5th, but it is a pleasure to see you all here. It is heartwarming to see you all here. Kay, thank you for your introduction. I am very pleased to have with us today Senator Rubio, who I'll introduce here in a moment. He is one of the leaders of our party across the country, and it is an honor to have him here in the capital of Virginia, in Richmond. I went down and first met him in April of 2010 during his race for the U.S. Senate. Met him in Florida. Was very pleased with an awful lot of other people to see him turn his personal story and apply the principles of limited government, conservative principles, and reflect on them in his own life in a way that mattered in other people's lives, especially in Florida that year where he was running. And to demonstrate to people that those principles matter today, they're universal, they're timeless, they matter as much in 2010, they matter as much in 2013 as they did in 1776. And he articulates that spectacularly well. He arrived and immediately was among the leaders in the Senate on a variety of issues. And he hasn't been tackling small ones. He's been taking on some big ones. And as I said, he has a unique ability to communicate conservative principles and tie in his personal story and his family story. And it is inspiring to hear. Now he's here today because he recognizes how important this race in Virginia is, not just to Virginians, and of course it's important to us, but to a lot more people across America. Everyone is looking to see how Republicans respond after 2012. Are we going to curl up in a little ball and give up, or are we going to fight back? Are we going to push back? Are we going to bring forward a set of ideas to compete with bigger government, especially as we begin to see that fall apart? We still have to offer a positive alternative, and I've been focused very hard on doing that. And if we win this race, we can prove that in a purple state, a conservative candidate who sticks to first principles and articulates a positive vision for our Commonwealth can still win in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And all of America will get that message. All of America will get that message. And where are we in the race? Well, it's October. I wish it were October. It's September 16th. We're 50 days, 6 hours, and 23 minutes away from the close of the polls. You pay close attention to that when you win one in a recount. But we have 50 days to go. However, in 2 weeks, they're going to throw the switch on Obamacare on October 1st. And I don't need to remind you all that I was the first Attorney General to go to court in this very city to sue over the unconstitutionality of that law. Now, right here in Richmond, in what was then Enrico Parish, now St. John's Church, on March 23rd, 1775, Patrick Henry gave his famous set of remarks, most known for his conclusion of saying, "Give me liberty or give me death." And 235 years to the day later, we filed suit against Obamacare on the same street he gave that speech. And as many of you heard me say when we were litigating that case, that lawsuit was about liberty, not health care. And those first principles are absolutely at stake in this race. My opponent recently said that he would not sign a budget for Virginia that did not contain the Medicaid expansion. He is prepared to shut down Virginia government to grow that welfare program that we need to make work better but not grow. That's the course that he is on, and it's worth remembering, he didn't think Obamacare went far enough. He wanted a full-blown single payer. Well, they're going to throw the switch on that in 2 weeks. And I think we're all already seeing that the theory doesn't match reality. It isn't working already. And it's harming healthcare, it's driving up costs, it's driving down employment, and it threatens to give a whole bunch of federal bureaucrats access to your healthcare information and control over how you get healthcare from your doctor. That is not a course I want to see us on, and as governor, I'll stop as much of that as I possibly can, where my opponent will hold our budget hostage to ingratiating Virginia more into that system. What a contrast. That is a big contrast. Now, another thing is happening today. We got the Northern Virginia Technology Council Tech PAC endorsement. After that vote took place on Thursday, they were about to announce it on Friday and pulled it back because my opponent led an effort to bully the NVTC into not giving that endorsement. They didn't succeed, and this morning at 9 a.m., Tech PAC endorsed me for governor, the first of the 4 big business endorsements across the state, and we're one of those. Now, not only did my opponent try to bully members of this organization, but we also had Democrat state senators leveling some of the most serious political threats I've ever seen in Virginia. It was very un-Virginia, which might suit their candidate well, but that is not how politics should be done in Virginia. And we saw an interesting example of what we'd have to look forward to with a Governor McAuliffe, just in how they handled this situation. Now, they endorsed me because I'm the only candidate with a substantive plan to grow employment in Virginia, to grow opportunity. Opportunity is liberty in the economy, and we get there by limiting government, not growing government. We understand that. They don't understand that. I'm the only candidate who brought forward a positive education plan that includes parental control and choice when we're failing kids in some of our neighborhoods where they need hope and opportunity the most. That plan and my experience led me to win that endorsement. It's a very important milestone for our campaign. And it's important for us to have you all spreading the good word that the organizations that sit down with both candidates, that can go in detail and not just have to listen to 30-second ads, support Ken Cuccinelli. That is an incredibly important difference in this race. It is an incredibly important difference, and I'm proud to have that endorsement. I'm also proud to have Senator Rubio here. He is one of the rising stars of our party. He's in the thick of an awful lot of things in a very thick place in Washington, D.C. But I do want to do one thing before, as I close and before he comes out. And I do want to ask you all, and ask the servers to hold still for a moment. I do want us all, if we could, to just take a moment of silence. We have, we believe, 6 people killed up outside the Navy Yard in Washington. That is an unresolved situation, so if we could just say a special prayer for the safety of the officers dealing with that, and for the families and folks involved, if we could just take a moment, please. Thank you all very much. And please, being Italian, I want you to keep eating.